Hey, welcome. This is Florida. We are back, and we're here with the first ever inaugural, even Christmas special.
Welcome to the Christmas special. We have Brittany and Shauna joining us for extra special Christmas decorating
Super excited
tips. How you guys doing?
Good. 10 days until Christmas.
10 days. Shauna,
Super stoked.
you excited to be on a podcast?
Yeah.
All right. First of all, Shauna, Brittany, we've got 3 cameras. So if you're going to plan on doing aggressive pointing, that's where you're going to be looking.
You gotta know where your camera's
Shauna, hit me with an aggressive point over there.
That's kind of your thing, but
Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
Decorate the Christmas tree.
Well,
All
we
right.
are here in Florida. The weather outside is frightful. I know it's a sunshine state, but it is hot, it is humid, and it is raining outside. So I'm glad we're inside here today. That's what it's all about. We don't get snow, we get rain, and that's all right. So I like to stay warm. I did crank the AC down to like 69 degrees, so it felt a little festive before we started, though.
So it doesn't snow in Florida, but we're lucky enough to have tons and tons of local traditions. What do you guys do?
I really love to take the kids to the Night of Lights in St. Augustine and ride the trolley.
Awesome. Night of Lights is
Yeah.
tons of fun. Last year we went, it was freezing cold, but other than that, normally it's a wonderful time. You take the kids at things like $10.
Yeah, Night of Lights. I don't think there's even a cost. What's the $10?
The trolley, you get on the trolley.
Oh,
Yeah.
the trolley.
And the kids get 3D glasses and the lights turn into
they're awesome.
reindeers.
You can also go on a horse and carriage ride. There's some really great restaurants down there. We usually go down there. We stay at like Casa Monica. Then there's a nice restaurant there. So that's a nice place to go have a nice dinner, a nice date night. Leave the kids with the babysitter overnight or with your grandparents.
Another one up here in Jack's Beach, they decorate the beach chairs, which is something very different for you folks in the north.
The lifeguard chairs.
there you go.
Ah, lifeguard chairs.
You've never been out there? They put lights all over the beach, the tall ones. They decorate them each with like a different theme, and there's all kinds of stuff between.
Well, unfortunately, we live like super far inland, an hour away from the beach. So we made it to the beach one time this year. It's pretty depressing, actually.
Well, while you're out there looking at the beach chairs, you can go check out Girvin Road. It does a huge thing.
Yeah, we've been out to Girvin Road.
Actually, Starlight was a puppy. Remember in the back seat?
Oh, yeah. There's a ton of giant trees out there.
and they hang the lights off the
The
giant
neighbors go nuts.
trees.
Everybody who lives out there goes crazy. They're all committed to the cause of the Christmas lights, and you drive through. And another place that you can see the Christmas lights is at the Shriners, right?
Yeah.
It's close to St. John's Town Center, and the Shriners is awesome. You go through the same thing. You pull in your car. Now this one is just like a giant field where they have built all these things. Basically,
And they have like the light tunnels.
out of like PVC
and hot cocoa, and the kids can like unbuckle and like stick their heads out the windows
Yeah.
and like look at the lights because you're going like real slow through the.
Plenty to do with the family this time of year. Low cost, no cost. Drive around, look at lights. It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
really awesome.
What about in your house? What kind of family traditions are you doing year over year?
We always decorate Christmas cookies on Christmas Eve, and we do a big thing for that. And we always have the kids have their friends over, and we do a little Christmas party and a gift exchange with their friends.
Cookie decorating contest with the kids' friends. I'm the judge. The rules are never announced. I don't even know them sometimes, but there will be a winner.
Yeah, and it's always a good prize, too. The kids really look forward to it.
I'm looking forward to one of our traditions. Every year, Christmas Eve, we try to do a non-Christmas meal. Try to do really nice steak. So I'm going to do a reverse sear on a nice ribeye, maybe eat some potatoes. Last year, we did a tomahawk with the giant bone, remember?
Yeah.
And I did like a coffee rub on it and cooked it all day. It was a big thing. It was
And
awesome.
we make wassail.
We made wassail the last 2 years once we discovered what wassail is.
Okay. What is it?
She makes wassail.
It's like a rum punch cider kind of thing with oranges.
There's actual cranberries. I'm telling you, it's an old folks drink. It's hot. It's in like the crock pot, but it goes down smooth, baby boy.
Okay. Hey, before we talk about our tradition, I got to tell a quick prime rib story. This prime rib story is about Christmas because
Christmas is the most. Prime rib is the most Christmas of the meats.
I love prime rib.
Let me tell you this story. So my dad is a really good cook. His sister was a really good cook, and we've got all kinds of family recipes. Shauna and I do a lot of great cooking, actually. I will say that. But my dad is like very strict on his cooking. He's got some methods, and we've got this certain way to cook the prime rib in the oven, and it takes a long time, like hours, right? But it's really important that you don't open the oven during this process, because if you open it, you know all that heat just released, and you messed up the whole cooking thing. So my dad gets his prime rib. And prime rib, like, if you get a big full-size prime rib for a Christmas party, it's not a cheap piece of meat.
Yeah, it's expensive.
So he puts it in the oven and he's cooking it. And then he thinks to himself, you know what? I don't want any of these freaking kids coming around here opening up this oven, so I'm going to lock the oven. So he flips, the older ovens. You said, like, I don't think ours has it, but they had, like, a switch and you locked it. Okay, so here's what happens, though, when you lock an oven. It actually, like, triggers cleaning mode, not the cooking mode.
Yeah, I used to have that latch.
Yeah, so as soon as you flip the latch, it goes to cleaning mode. Now, normally cleaning mode is, like, really hot, and it bakes off the stuff, turns to dust, and you brush it out. But it didn't initiate the cleaning. It just put it in cleaning mode, but because he didn't push any start or anything, it just like it went completely off. I don't really know the whole technique.
It stays on for like a certain amount of time.
Stays on for a certain amount of time per the meat, and then you turn the temperature off, something like that. Well, it just went off right away, and so he's walking around the house and he's like, "Yeah, I should be smelling that prime rib by now. I don't know though. I better just leave it alone." Never checks on it once. Open up the oven, and it's like ice cold in there. Like something happened to where like it didn't cook at all. The meat was as rare as possible could be, and it's like it's time for the dinner. So we just like cut the meat, and then I took it out back and grilled it like a normal steak. It was crazy.
Yeah, there you go.
But getting back to like Christmas traditions, Shauna and I have a really cool Christmas tradition we'd like to share. Why don't you like kind of start? Tell them a little bit about
The kid tree?
The kid tree.
Okay, so it's probably 4 or 5 years ago. Well, we have Chanel, and she has like her Hallmark ornaments, and we have like our ornaments. And we're like, we don't really want to put them on the big tree because, I mean,
Yeah, we like a neat tree. Some people cast judgment for that, but we like a flower shop store window quality tree. This one's kind of haggard this year because we just threw it up honestly quickly. But we've got several trees in the house.
We
Yeah,
have that
Brittany's
too.
got a big one that no one's allowed to touch with giant bulbs.
Only I can decorate
Strategic decorating. It's
Yeah.
themed, the right colors, everything. So then we have the kid tree.
Yeah.
And they can do whatever they want.
So it started off really small.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
like
small.
it was really small. It was a real tree, really small.
Because we didn't have that many ornaments. Like this tall.
Yeah.
Like one kid, she's like 2 years old.
And then every year the kids get ornaments, so you need like a bigger tree to fill the ornaments with. And so now every year the tree just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's pretty big. So now this is like
Yeah.
a 6.5 foot tree. It's decorated. The kids have decorated it. It's one of our favorite trees, even though we love our like pristine trees. This is one of our favorites just because it's like a tradition. So now we're getting to the point though, ceiling's a little low in this house. I don't know. What are we going to do as we keep growing our family? The kids keep growing. We keep getting more ornaments. And the tree is just too big for the house. We're going to be like Clark Griswold.
You're going to have to move.
I was going to say last year we bought a 12-foot tree. So
It
now
seems like it's 15.
but we have 20-foot ceiling so it can support the 12-foot tree.
Yeah.
And it's just so magical.
The biggest issue is getting the thing up. I'm terrified of heights and the ladder. I mean, that's freaking high. It's fake, so you got to put the thing on the. It's a mess. I don't enjoy. But I'm counting trees right now. I see 3 or 4 right now in the Riggs home. I know we've got how many we got rocking around.
5 inside.
5. Each kid has their own tree. We got some
Wow.
crappy outside trees. It's getting ridiculous. We were talking about what are we going to talk about on the This is Florida podcast for our Christmas special. And that kind of arrived us here of how to decorate your home for Christmas. So that's what brought us here. That's why the ladies are here. You've got a 20-foot ceiling, no limitations. What are you decorating? How are you decorating with those 20-foot ceilings?
Well, the bigger the tree, the better. We have the 12-foot tree, and then it has another extra foot of decoration at the top. And then, we just decorate every surface of the house.
Every
Right?
surface.
All right, so we're talking,
yeah.
Shauna, weigh in on the quality versus quantity debate here.
I'm all about
What?
quantity.
You got to have quality within the quantity, but
For us, I think really trees and lights.
Yeah. It's
Just
almost.
kind of make it like a magical. We used to put the stuff we would put like little things on everything, and then it just turned into like a cluttery mess.
So I grew up in a house where it was extremely decorated. And so I kind of like just naturally kept doing that. And I'm talking like there were snowflakes glittery snowflakes hung on fish line at different heights. And we did that here before. I mean, everywhere throughout the house, it was like there were snowflakes, there was garland. I have a huge nutcracker collection, which is
I
interesting.
love nutcrackers.
Yeah. So I mean, we have like life-size nutcrackers down to small ones, good quality ones, and really cheap, and ornaments and everything. And those were out everywhere, the cabinets, on the surfaces. And obviously, as we got more kids and time, and then also just the decorations getting destroyed, we've kind of reverted to like, okay, let's just have several trees. So we're kind of going out, and we didn't get one this year, but you know, our plan, I want it to kind of be like a forest in here. You ever see those pictures of like the White House when they have just like a million Christmas trees in the White House? And that's kind of like my idea. Like you come in, you're like, I'm in Narnia.
There you go.
I love that.
The time to buy them is after Christmas. I mean, the secret's out on that, but after Christmas, you go to Home Depot and get next year's Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Or Black Friday. I feel like we got a lot of good deals on Black Friday this year.
Yeah. Anytime you can buy more Christmas trees, it's a good time. It's a good time to be alive. Fill your house with Christmas trees.
This year, I was ashamed at how many Christmas trees I bought, and I hid them in the garage from Josh.
I've been being lied to. I counted the other day, and I was like, holy hell, we got 22 trees in this house.
Holy cow.
There's one in the closet. I opened the closet the other day. It was fully decorated, plugged in, with presents under it in the closet. I'll send you a picture. We can put it up on the in the comments section.
So when you're out shopping for a house, are you, like, you're out in June shopping for a house, are you thinking, how's Christmas going to feel in this house?
100%. I've heard her say those words. The ceiling isn't tall enough for my Christmas tree. Honey, it's July. I've said it.
Yeah.
Well, I always like when you walk into a house and there's like a big staircase and you have the Christmas tree right when you come in. So that's something I look for in a house.
Okay.
For sure.
That's very nice. That's very nice. What about you, Shauna? When we were out looking at houses, when we were looking at, you know, floor plans, different options.
You know, honestly, I'm pretty open to a lot. I'm more of like, I know it when I see it. I don't really have like a vision in my mind ahead of time. I know that I like it open because you have all those Christmas trees. I like to put them in different spots, but be able to see them like all in one big space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, Nate, as the heartless money man, I could care less how you think you want to decorate for Christmas. I just don't care. All I care about is how you make money, and we've said it before, you've said it before, buy the ugly house.
Yeah,
you ladies
right.
have heard it before. You each live with one of us. Buy the ugly house, right?
Yeah, you should definitely, like, if you're just starting out, you're on your real estate journey, and you're looking to build that portfolio, don't, like, max yourself out on the first house. You're going in on a house that needs a little bit of work, and you're going to put some sweat equity into it and some time into it. That way, you get, you know, the biggest return on your investment. So,
exactly.
That being said,
how are we going to decorate the ugly house
what
for
are you
Christmas?
do if you don't have room for a
So
13-foot tree?
we want to buy the house because we want to make that good investment, but we don't want to leave y'all hanging. How are we going to decorate 10-foot ceilings, 1,200 square foot home?
Let's
Help us
drop it
out.
to 8-foot ceilings because those
8
are
foot?
standard.
With
No.
trees.
Yeah,
Eight.
quantity.
Quantity. So we're filling the house with trees.
Right, Shauna?
Yeah, I mean, they have 4-foot trees,
They're just
5-foot
shorter.
trees. You just stack them up around
Garland.
the room.
Yeah, you can do garland.
Okay.
Lights.
So that goes to show you, it literally doesn't matter. Buy the ugly house, fill it with Christmas trees. I thought it was going to be like we're going to have to sell it or rent it. I didn't know what was
Sell
going
it
to
and
happen.
rent the house. You're going to be sleeping
know,
out back.
You know, the smaller house is easier to clean. So
That is
you got
true.
that, and then
Easier to clean.
you can make it look like a gingerbread house. It's
Save money
easier.
on lights outside.
Yeah.
There
And
you
it's
go.
easier to create a warm vibe in a smaller house. A warm Christmas vibe.
Yeah.
A warm, cozy vibe. I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing we didn't talk about is decorating the outside of your house. Nate, what do you like to do outside?
So right now it's pretty boring to us outside. We've got a reef on the door, and then we've got some little trees. Now we've gone all out full speed before, like, you know, lining the roof with the lights, doing the yard, we've got
bushes.
snowmans and stuff. Some of that stuff got old. Like our snowman, like it was like made of rubber and it lit up, but like it was like pre-lit, like this metal frame, and it had the lights and like the rubber that made it glitter. But as those lights go out, you're kind of like, oh, and then as that rubber sits in the attic all year, it's like sticky and gross. So like we just haven't replaced it. My favorite is the palm trees. I love wrapping the palm tree.
They look great.
With the white and then going out with the green on the thing. Very dangerous procedure, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm not doing it because I'm scared. And so I've got a solution. The lights sit in a box in the attic. Some of them get ruined. Stuff gets messed up. Tell them about my solution this year.
He wrapped the entire tree in lights and then had them dangling over a branch.
Some of them are out. It's messy.
And it's messy. It's like, and I bought a Grinch blow up. And so now the Grinch is like holding all the lights like he tore them off the tree.
You're welcome for the advice. I did 3 aggressive camera points, Nate. You edit it out. Use whichever one you'd like there.
Our indoor vibe is nice and classy, but Josh makes the outdoor vibe a little more Clark Griswold.
So we all got kids. How do you do the kids? Obviously, we're here at my house. We've got some gifts out. These gifts are out. Santa comes, obviously, Christmas Eve, and he's putting out those gifts. But there's a lot of gifts from mom and dad or from grandma, grandpa, that kind of stuff. So growing up in my household, my family was not a household where you put gifts out early. It was like there was nothing all the way until Christmas morning. And it was a very exciting effect of like, there's nothing there, and then bam, the room is full. I can barely walk in the room. There's boxes and toys and Santa gifts, mom and dad gifts, family gifts everywhere. Other households that I knew, and like in your household, and I think what we do here is we start like bringing some gifts out a few weeks before. We're now 10 days before Christmas, and this was the first morning our kids woke up and there's some gifts here. Are you guys putting the gifts out early, or are you waiting till Christmas Eve, staying up till like 3 a.m. wrapping and put them all out then?
I'd say we do like a little bit of both because I really love to wrap presents, and so they're kind of part of the decoration a lot of the times, right? And
not kind of. Brittany spends hours wrapping. They're beautifully wrapped. They are part of the decorations.
I love to wrap, and so we put a little bit out a couple weeks before and just kind of do some here and there. But then Christmas morning we do the Santa sleigh bags, and he puts all his gifts in the bags.
Okay.
Yeah, the Santa sleigh bags is something that I had never seen.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a new.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, so we do like you. The family gifts kind of come out early, and I think every year we don't write it down as a tradition, but we open them on Christmas Eve, don't we? Don't the kids? No,
we don't do that. We open Christmas pajamas every year.
Pajamas, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I try to get a gift open. It rarely happens. I'm bad at holding on to them. I've already given Brittany one of her Christmas gifts. There are a lot of joint gifts. She didn't like it. Anyway, the sleigh bags are big, giant bags with each of the kids' names on it, and those are from Santa.
Oh, it's like he's too busy to he has them like pre-wrapped.
See, this is what I said. He's too
throws
busy.
them in the bag, and when he goes to your house, he just lobs it in there.
He's going across the world, Nate.
I don't know. I don't know what the Santa logic that is in this, but the optics of the whole thing, right? The kids waking up and coming down and having a big full room. That's what it's all about. If those are empty boxes, great. Fill the room up. That's how I feel. And those bags are there, and the room is full with those bags. It really looks great, and it stays organized. If we were doing Christmas on the front lawn, it'd be a freaking mess. It'd be my way. But since we're doing it inside, we got to keep it organized.
Okay. Now, we do stockings too. Are you guys putting actual fun gifts in the stockings, or are you doing toothpaste and toothbrush?
Growing up, stockings were they were even better than what was under the tree. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. So our stockings for the kids, they have like gift cards and cute little tchotchke type stuff.
Growing up, my stockings were not that way.
No, mine was like socks.
I've gotten coal, like in my, no kidding, like my sister and I would get coal in our stocking. I mean, Santa came and Christmas was full, but like we weren't good boys and girls, and we got coal and we probably deserved it in our stockings. But I'm good at buying stocking stuffers. Like I can get, I got that power bank. Other things, maybe. She's rolling her eyes. Is she rolling her eyes, Nate?
No.
I don't know. All right. But the stocking stuffers is my favorite thing to buy because that's little like $10 small gifts. It's the big, hard gifts that are difficult.
Ours is a mixture of both.
How about the elf? Do you guys do the elf?
No.
Sean,
no,
are you up moving the elf every night?
You don't do the elf?
No, that's for clowns.
I can't, no.
We're not doing that elf game.
I don't have time
You'll
for that.
have an elf next year.
The elf is...
You know what I got? Freaking spankings. Okay? My kid acts up, they're getting spanked. There's no elf. Okay?
The elf makes no sense.
Is all that they need to know about. Okay? So.
I see some like elf stuff, and it is really cute, and I can imagine it's really fun for the kids. But I mean, honestly, with all the holiday stuff that's going on, I can't add another thing to my
There's
plate.
enough going on. All right,
Yeah.
you ready for my theory on the elf? The elf is going to ruin Christmas. So there's no we've done the spoiler alert. There's no like under 10-year-olds watching. The elf is fake too, believe it or not, children.
I already told Chanel that.
The problem with the
Tell
elf,
our kid that's made up.
yeah, there's no standard. What does the elf do? So if you're in kindergarten and you go to school and you're like, oh, my elf is on top of the Christmas tree, then he was on the sink, great. But somebody else's elf is doing all this wild stuff. Like one of the girls' friends their elf was writing them notes every day and bringing them gifts every day. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, one of the girls, their friends had an elf who had pets, and the pets did things, and I was like, oh,
How much magic?
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot
Yeah.
of stuff.
So they figure out that either the elf is a lie because the magic is different at everybody's household, or my elf loves me less because he doesn't have pets that have magic too.
Yeah.
I hate the elf, but 10 o'clock rolls around. I got a beer in me. Let's have some fun with the elf. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we don't do that. Or I guess talking about traditions and family things, is the Christmas Eve dinner. So we always went to church on Christmas Eve and then came home, and that was like Christmas Day had the big cooked meal and was mostly just like our immediate family, like mom, dad, and then my brothers and sister, and then so that was like the big meal. Christmas Eve was like when grandma came over and stuff. So we did grandma's gifts at the house Christmas Eve, and we did sandwiches, like chips and like cold cuts. And I guess like as a kid, you don't really notice. You're just like, yeah, that's what we do. That's our tradition. And then as you're older, you're like, yeah, that's because nobody wanted to clean up like 2 dinners 2 days in a row, But so we probably do something similar now that my parents live up here.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, we've had like, because it's just us, we've had like Christmas Eve dinner, which is usually crab legs.
Dude, I kind of forgot.
Crab
lobster.
legs. We should throw
Used to
some
go
crab
big.
legs.
So
Yeah.
good.
But now that we have kids,
And
We'll go.
then, no, I mean, even, it was just like prior to your
we
parents
would
moving
wait
here.
till they go to bed.
Yeah.
And then you and me
And
would
we
have
would
like
eat.
You don't want them
legitimate
having crab
dinner.
legs.
Yeah, and like
Stone
mushrooms
crab
and stuff
and,
and
like-
salad. It was real good. And then
Oh, yeah.
we made like traditional like prime rib Christmas.
We've gone hard on like
Brunch or dinner.
food this year, but here's what's crazy, man. Like, we eat like ribeye and New York strip like every night of the week.
Every
So,
night of the
like,
week, ribeye, New York strip, crab legs. It's a Tuesday.
So,
Fire up the grill.
So now that we're like that, it's like
I'm making fun, but we had ribeye the night before last and T-bone. the
well,
night
that's
before
just like when I go,
Like-
I go to Costco and I just stock up and like I just stock up on that meat and it's in our deep freezer and that's what we cook all the time.
Are you going to Costco to get your meat?
Ready for a shout out,
Yeah, where should
Brittany?
we go?
Hit 'em.
Tillman's Meats.
Is it
Now
good?
it's Fleming Islands Meats or something.
I think it's still Tillman Meats.
Should we check it out?
Yes. If you are listening and anywhere near Clay County, go to
This
Tillman
just
Meats.
They
derailed
have one in
huge.
Duval County too.
It's
Well-
a Christmas place. You could get. All right, here you go. Christmas gifts. My dad's getting. When's this coming out? He ain't.
It's going out next week.
My dad's
My dad's getting a Christmas.
not listening.
He's not gonna listen. His Christmas gift is coming straight from Tillman Meats. It's in their freezer right now. They don't know it.
All right, we'll
they
check it
got
out.
bear steaks. They got elk. All kinds of
Well,
exotic.
here's the
meats.
thing. We had tried to like find like local ranchers or farmers because we were just gonna like order from them like from like a local butcher
You
direct.
can order like a cow or half cow
And
or
it was
quarter
hard.
cow.
And I talked to some people, and then we were gonna use someone we knew, and then they're kind of new at the ranch game, I think. So then there was like kind of delays, and then in the meantime, I was like, I'll just keep going to Costco. But that's a good tip.
Yeah, check it
So
out.
We'll check it out for
Yeah.
sure.
All right, so we've talked about meat, we've talked about traditions, we've talked about decorating, and now I'm going to catch everybody off guard. You ready? What do you want Santa to bring you this year, Nate?
Oh my God, what do I want Santa to bring me?
One thing.
Does it have to be something
It has to be a tangible item. What is going to be wrapped under your Christmas tree from Santa?
like
Go.
that's actually a possibility?
Yes. That's something that the elves can make, bro. Shauna, what you got? Brittany? All right, I want a Red Ryder BB gun. Are you listening? Mom, listen, Red Ryder BB gun. I won't shoot my eye out like last year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what? I've got. I did get a lot of guitar stuff this year. Picked up a new acoustic, electric, and some cat. I'd like an amp to go with my orange cat.
I thought you have an amp.
What? Yeah, I mean, I have.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
This,
I
okay.
have an amp.
No,
This
yes.
man and his guitar stuff, he bought a guitar after we had a discussion that he wouldn't buy the guitar because he's already bought guitars and
I
guitar
bought it the
stuff
next day.
and cabinets and stuff.
can
He
smash
literally
it.
bought it the next day,
Smash it up.
and he didn't tell me about it.
Okay, so here's the deal. I didn't lie about it either.
Oh my
And that's what I
gosh.
thought. I
Okay,
was like, what am I
listen
going
to
to
the
do?
whole-
Tell her I borrowed it from a friend? And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. So I just came home. I placed it on the stand in the bedroom where all the guitars are. And she walked by it for like 4 days. Didn't even say anything.
Because
And-
it looks a lot like his other guitar.
Well, sure.
So-
But it was better. And so then I slowly, instead of just being excited, like I got something new, I'm excited, just slowly, start picking up and playing.
That's the shit
She
Brittany
never
does.
noticed it until I went and played live. I went and played live at Sago Coffee, and then she was like, hey, whose guitar?
I was like, whose guitar is that? And I knew exactly
I
that
was
he
like,
bought it.
Same exact thing happened with the Christmas trees. Like, how come we have 7 downstairs? What the heck?
Well, I'm not Cruella, and I know that he likes playing guitar, and so I'm okay with him buying guitars, but he's bought guitars,
You only got 2 arms.
plural, and cabinets, and other things that I don't know what goes with it, and all kinds of
All right.
stuff this year. He
So what do
spent
you-
monies on it.
What do you want? You two in the middle.
Me?
You got 10 days. I got nothing. Brittany, help me out. What do you want for Christmas?
You know what I want.
No,
for
I
Christmas?
don't. Seriously, can you tell me?
I want a new purse for Christmas.
Nope. Ooh, not happening.
That's a good gift, though.
Santa's
Workshop, they're good at
Practical.
those. They make good purses.
Santa's relationship with Louis Vuitton has grown
know.
strained over the
You
years.
don't want anything?
Well, there's lots of stuff.
Like
that I
diamond
want.
earrings or
I
something?
want, like, of course, I want all of that
New
stuff.
rims on the Escalade?
Probably new clothes,
Clothes.
new shoes.
Yeah, but I don't buy any of that stuff.
I need new kitchen stuff.
Yeah.
Always need new kitchen
Oh,
stuff.
pots and
I went and
pans.
looked
Pots
at
and
the
pan
foodies.
set.
Everybody says I want a foodie, and then you go look at them, and there's 37 different versions. So
What's
it's
a
like,
foodie?
good
I don't
luck.
even know what that is.
Yes, I do want a foodie.
Okay,
So-
but it's not just a foodie. It's a foodie grill.
Yeah,
It's a
there's-
foodie steamer.
there's-
It's a
Process,
foodie.
yeah.
I
There's
want-
a million
There's tons.
versions.
I want the air fryer / toaster oven / something else.
Good Lord.
I've asked
Don't
everyone who would be buying me a gift this year to make a donation to their favorite charity because the consumerism that we've
You
witnessed
have-
here about trees and foodies. What was it? A guitar? What
Oh
was
my
it?
god.
Yeah.
A Louis Vuitton purse. It's just not in the spirit of Christmas. So please,
You're
if you're going to
cutting
give me a
this out.
gift,
You're
go ahead
cutting
and
this
make
out.
a donation because
All right, before we go, we got some rapid fire here. I'm going to let them have it. Okay, you ready for this?
hit us.
Clark Griswold, Cousin Eddie.
What about him?
Which one?
I don't know.
That's not how rapid fire works. You just have to pick one.
Pick one. What
Which one's your favorite guy then?
in Christmas Vacation?
Yes, that's the movie.
Cousin
version.
Eddie.
Okay, there we go.
In all of the movies, it's Cousin Eddie.
Yeah. Okay.
Vegas Vacation too.
Okay, cool.
That wasn't
Shauna, Elf or Muppet Christmas?
Elf.
Oh my God.
Not
Muppet Christmas
Muppet Christmas,
Carol is the
no.
best. Christmas.
Elf.
Yeah, I've never even seen Muppet.
Muppet's awful. Elf, like with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
That's the one.
No.
We saved that one for Christmas.
You've never
Eve,
seen the
'cause that's
Muppet
our
Christmas
favorite.
Carol? You need to watch it.
I can't believe you've never seen it. All right, keep going. Rapid fire.
Okay, Die Hard, Christmas movie or not?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen the greatest Christmas movie of all.
I gave those gifts to William last year, the Die Hard book set.
He probably hasn't looked at those.
Well, he's
'Cause he's 5.
There you have it. Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining in with us. We hope you enjoyed the show, and maybe it'll be better next year.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Thanks for listening in to our families. Thank you two for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Good job.
It's a pleasure.
I'm sure we can get at least 15 minutes of